Hey guys, what's up? My name is Sean Benny. Today, pag-usapan natin itong pasabog ni VP Sara patungkol sa involvement ni First Lady Liza Marcos na di umano siya daw ay kasama sa isang police report sa Amerika. Ayan nga guys, no, kung maaalala nyo, nagkaroon po ng report tungkol kay Paulo Tantoco noong March 11, 2025. Ayon nga sa report ng Rappler na tawag dito may something si Auntie Claire dito, reliable daw. So, itong si Paulo Tantoco, who is an executive of Rostan, died in March 9 at the age of 44. So, his family announced his sudden passing with great sorrow on social media, requesting prayers for Paulo Sol and the family. However, meron po tayong nakitang isang tawag dito. Isang report galing sa Hollywood LA News. So, sabi dito, Juan Paulo Tantoco, 44, died at a hotel. So, in Los Angeles County, is reporting the death of 44-year-old Asian male that occurred at the Beverly Hilton Hotel located at 9876 Wilshire in Beverly Hills. So, na-identify daw na si Juan Paulo Tantoco. No? The decedent's body has been released, ruling by the Deputy Medical Examiner deferred pending additional investigation. So, manner and cause of death will be added to this page when it becomes available. So basically, ang tagal na po itong na-post, no? Because the DME has ordered drug screening. The next public update may take 2 to 3 months. Formal pronouncement of death was made Saturday at 12:05. The decedent was a Filipino businessman who was part of the family known for owning Rustan's retail chain in their home country, which was in the United States apparently as part of the entourage of Liza Araneta Marcos, First Lady of the Philippines, who was promoting the Manila International Film Festival in Hollywood from March 4 to 7. The MIFF's Tribute Gala was held in March 7 at the Beverly Hotel. His body has been repatriated. No? So the question is, kailan siya namatay? So it says here, March 8. Okay? So, since si Liza Araneta Marcos is nadawit dito dahil part nga daw ng entourage itong si Juan Paulo Tantoco. Now the question is, ano kaya yung participation ni Juan Paulo Tantoco bilang executive ng Rustan's Retail? No? Ano ang naging contribution niya dito sa pinopromote na MIFF sa Hollywood. Diba? Ngayon, ito ngayon yung cheesy part. Okay? Ito yung cheesy part. May mga tao na nagsasabi na ang ikinamatay daw nito ni Tantoco is drug overdose. Meron pang isang taga-US, no? I'm not gonna mention his name, but he keeps on giving updates. No? And we overheard din na nung time na hinahanap, sumabog na nga yung news na namatay nga raw si Tantoco. At of course, I would like to respect the family of Tantoco. But the thing is, ano ang kinalaman ni FL Liza sa pagkamatay niya, kung meron man? Okay? Pero dito kasi sa sinasabi ni VP Sara, kasama daw sa police report itong si FL Liza Marcos. Pakinggan natin.
Nung nagkaroon ng malaking krimen sa Estados Unidos na merong namatay dahil sa drug overdose, at makikita ninyo doon sa police report ay nandoon ang pangalan ni First Lady Liza Marcos na isa sa mga tao doon sa loob ng kwarto kung saan yung tao ay nag-overdose sa suspected drug overdose sa hotel room at ang daming nakikitang white powder substance na sinabi doon sa police report ay suspected cocaine din, ay bigla nilang kinidnap, kinuha si Pangulong Duterte.
Okay. So no, pag-usapan natin to. Pag-usapan natin itong sinabi ni VP Sara.
Ay bigla nilang kinidnap.
Ngayon, kung pagtutugtong-tugtungin natin from the report, no, hindi naman sinabi sa mga naging news outlet. Hanap tayo ng iba pa. Tingnan natin tong article na to. I found it from Philippine Asian. You know, the guy is very promising, you know. Parang ang dami pang pwedeng mangyari sa buhay niya. I think this is the Tantoco siblings. Mukha naman. Sila yung mag-asawa. Paolo, the sixth child and a brother of 7, was one of the several grandchildren of the Ambassador Benjamin Tantoco, Lucera, Rustia, Tantoco, founders of Rustan. Apart from Donnie, Paulo's other siblings are Giping, Ruby, Katrina, Bea, and the late Joel. He took up business administration at Bentley College in Boston. He was married to Dina Arroyo Tantoco, Deputy Social Secretary of Marcos Jr. and daughter of the late Congressman Ignacio Iggy Arroyo. He also is a former gentleman Arroyo, the couple of 3 children. Until his death, Paulo was also Chief Operating Officer of the Pacific Links Gulf Development Inc. and Chief Security and Procurement Officer of Santa Elena Gulf and Country Estate. Diba? The guy is a very promising person. Nasayang lang. If it's true, no? Again, under investigation yung cause of death niya. And it's very sad that people like him na merong maganda pang future end up to be, diba? To be in that situation. No? Of course, again, condolence to the family of Tantoco, but then again, hindi natin alam. Gaya ng sinabi ko, it seems that VP Sara, meron siyang copy ng police report sa nangyari sa Amerika. I think so. Diba? O baka may nagbigay sa kanyang source. Yung statement ba ni VP Sara is something that we can sabihin na lang natin. Hold on to. Ulitin natin, bakit kailangan magsinungaling? Bakit kailangan mag-invento ni VP Sara? Anong magiging niya pa dyan? Para saan? Now, ang tanong natin, I think, magbibigay na naman ng komento tong si Auntie Claire at i-deny niya yan. Kung paano niya dineny yung mga news report na nanggagaling sa ibang bansa, gaya ng Hong Kong at Taiwan, na di umano. Ito daw pamilya ni Bangag Jr. ay involved sa bentahan ng 350 metric tons of gold. Metric tons or 350 tons of gold. So, again, tayo, maniniwala lang tayo pag meron na tayo nakikitang solid na, no? Halimbawa, yung sinasabi nga nila na kakasuhan daw ang pamilya Marcos sa Hong Kong. Kung hanggat wala pa yung kaso, para sa atin, ito ay isang simpleng speculation lang, no? Pagdating naman sa issue na ito, na involved, na nasa police report daw si FL Risa, gaya nga na paulit-ulit ko sinasabi, I've been waiting, no, for any article, any mainstream media in the US to report this. Kasi, isang public figure si FL Risa. Apart from that, asawa siya ng presidente. Diba? So, hintayin natin kung kaya bang maglabas ni VP Sara ng police report na sinasabi niya. We would love to see that, di ba? Again, tatanungin nila, authenticity na naman ng police report. Dito naman sa pinakita natin, may case number na rin. Di ba? Can we actually check on that? Since, ayun, nakalagay yung case number, 2025-04377. Hindi natin alam kung anong case number ba yan nung namatay. May foul play bang naganap? We don't know. That is something that we need to wait, no? Pagka na-imbestigahan na. Pero kung kayo ba tatanungin ko, naniniwala ba kayo na may pinangahawakan na police report itong si VP Sara? Diba? Diversion ba yung pagpapadala, yung pagkidnap kay PRRD? Diversionary tactics ba yan ng administrasyon para hindi natin masyadong pag-usapan yung involvement o kung may involvement man si FL Lisa sa pagkamatay ni Tantoco? Halimbawa, meron, di ba? Ano kaya ang mapararamdaman ng pamilya Tantoco? Magagalit ba sila? Nahuli ba doon? Marami tayong pwedeng maging tanong eh. Diba? Pagdating sa mga ganitong bagay, pwede nating isipin na si Tantoco ba yung nagtitake ng drugs? O yung mga kasama sa entourage ni Lisa Marcos? O isa siya sa mga nagtitake, diba? Before ba nila ni-release si Lisa Marcos? Siyempre, diba, dapat, say for example, gaya na sinabi ni VP Sara, may mga nakitang tawag dito, may mga nakita doon na what do you call that? May mga nakita doon substance. Diba? Suspected na cocaine. Lahat ba ng tao doon pinadrug test? Kung halimbawa man na oo at tumanggi si Lisa Marcos, pwede ba yun? Yun yung mas interesting part para sa akin, ano? Kung may nakita ng white powdery substance doon, automatic dapat yung mga pulis na nag-imbestiga, pinadrug test lahat ng taong kasama ni Tantoco. Immediately, di ba? Para makita nga na nag-aano sila ron. Ano bang klase, halimbawa ba sa Amerika nahuli ka, no? Tingnan nga natin. Sabi dito, getting caught using drugs in the United States can lead to serious legal consequences. Depending on the type of drug, the amount, and circumstances of the arrest. Penalties may include jail time, heavy fines, probation, community service, and even restriction on employment, voting rights, and military enlistment. Each state has its own drug laws, but federal law categorizes substance into different schedules based on the potential for abuse and medical use. In 2023, around 1.16 million Americans were arrested for drug-related offenses, which 26% of all arrests in the US being drug-related. Even testing positive for drugs in schools or workplace can lead to suspension, job loss, and other consequences. So sabi rito, under federal law, simple possession is a misdemeanor offense that can lead to prison time term of a year or less for the first offense. However, subsequent offenses, felony charges, and additional years of jail time may apply. In addition, individuals US could face steep fines for possession of drugs. Hmm. Tingnan natin dito, drugabuse.com. Hmm. Under federal law, simple possession, blah, blah, blah. At least at the federal level, simple possession carries at least $1,000. Some judges may require that individual commit a large number of hours community as well. Legal consequences. Well, we don't know. We don't want to smuggling drugs into the United States. Selling drugs, trafficking controlled substance into and across the United States is a serious offense. It is considered a federal crime with long mandatory sentence. For many schedules 1 and 2 controlled substance, the first trafficking offense is punishable by at least 5 years in prison. If someone was seriously injured in the process, the minimum sentence is moved to 20 years. Again, if someone was seriously injured in the process, a minimum of 20 years. Fines for the first individual trafficking offense can lead up to $5 million. The penalty increase based on the quantity of the substance and the number of offenses. A second offense that leads to serious injury has penalty of mandatory of life imprisonment. Now the question is, will this apply to F. Elisa? No? We don't know kung ano ba naging participation niya doon. Bakit siya napunta o bakit siya napasama sa police report? Maybe because party si Tantongko ng entourage. No, we're trying to find balance here. No, I don't want to make accusations and then eventually tiring ako. Ayoko maging Claire Castro. Hindi tayo ganun. It's a matter that we discuss this. No? Kung ano man yung participation ni Lisa Marcos sa pagkawala. No? Kung meron man. At sana lahat ng mga naabutan na nandun, binigyan ng mandatory drug test. Nang malaman natin pare-pareho. Kung nandun nga lang si Lisa, for the heck of, I don't know, socialization, or nandun siya because she's one of those people who's using drugs. Yun yung kailangan natin malinawan. Ano ba ang naging participation niya doon? Kaya nandun din siya sa police blatter o police report. Diba? Anyway guys, again, maraming salamat sa panonood. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, at i-comment nyo na yung thoughts nyo. Do you think that Lisa Marcos has a participation doon sa nakitang kaya siya nasa police report? Or sinama lang siya sa police report dahil she is accountable sa kanyang entourage? Either of the two. Ano sa tingin?